Greetings, Alliance members. Filth Wizard here. I am getting settled in the wonderful city of Tucson. It will still be a little bit before I resituate into a new place and can get my studio set back up. Thanks for your patience. In the meantime, I wanted to drop a little mini episode here with just little old me in my microphone. The High Council myself recently watched a film that's so weird that I just need to get more eyes on it to confirm that what I watched was indeed real and not some dust-off huffing hallucination. Hey, hit that like button if you're high on dust off right now. We are trying to hit 1 million subs today. We are only like 999,000 away, so do us a favor, hit that subscribe button and help us out. Thanks. This is less a movie and more of a parade of horrible ideas. And just when you think you've seen it all, it slaps you in the face with something even more ludicrous. Nazis? Check. Werewolves? Check. Asexual reproducing bridge keepers? You bet your sweet ass. So strap in, I am talking about the fantasy sci-fi film She from 1984 on the Cinematic Crap Alliance. Stop me if this sounds familiar. This is one of those movies that had a pretty low rating on Letterboxd. People are saying it was a boring waste of time. Years later, I check out the ratings again on it, just out of curiosity, and all of a sudden, everyone loves this film. Like, what's up with that? For years, I avoided this movie like the plague, suffering PTSD from some serious insipid slogs. You know what I'm talking about.
Pelham, that's north of the city. Yeah, it's just north.
Wish I'd seen it sooner, but here we are. Now, despite She looking very much like a sword and sandal Conan ripoff, even starring Sandal Bergman from Conan, it's actually a post-apocalyptic film. But none of this matters. Nothing matters because there is no rules in this film. Giant ballerinas, mad scientists, telekinetic cults. Sure, okay. So let's start with She herself. She is referred to as a goddess, and indeed she has a room full of worshippers who seem to be performing fellatio on unseen ghosts. Other than an unexplained battle with some robots, she doesn't appear to have any other skills other than getting naked, captured and tortured. She joins up with Daryl Hall and John Oates as they search for their sister, who was reeled in like a fish by football Nazis. That's it. That's all you need to know, because everything in between is pure madness.
I told you to watch the arm.
In fact, I'm giving this movie a perfect score of 10 for the what the factor. There's a point in this film where you realize that you're trapped in a car with a madman with trapped in a car with a madman with multiple personalities. The rest of the movie plays out like different multiverses from episodes of Rick and Morty every 15 minutes. It's like, okay, I guess this is happening now. Lepers with a trash compactor, Zardaw's pool party, autoerotic asphyxiating monks, a biodome with impenetrable plastic, and whatever the this is.
It promises to be quite a game this afternoon.
Well, surprised you with this.
Where do you think you're going?
A lot of people.
Don't be in such a hurry. Gonna cut out.
And absolutely none of this is relevant to the plot in any way. It's just pure lunacy. Great news! The Cinematic Crap Alliance has launched its own brand of ice cream. Try our 3 new flavors inspired by Chef Morris Ticklebum's favorite So Bad They're Good movies. Celebrate the best worst movie Troll 2 with our savory salted nilbog, inspired by that infamous scene and lovingly flavored with the unique smell of asparagus pea. Then take a trip to exotic Korea with Miami Connection's Bulgogi Toe Jam. Spoil yourself with the flavors of sweet pork sprinkled with athlete's foot harvested from the finest taekwondo mats. And finally, dive into a refreshing pool of mystery with Chef Ticklebum's flavor homage to Alien Private Eye Grape Kit Let your taste buds become the detective as they discover the flavors of fresh grapes mixed with real semen samples from old cold case files. And if you're our 1 millionth subscriber today, all 3 of our delicious flavors will be faxed to your dead grandma for free.
Terms and conditions may apply. Cinematic Crap Alliance brand ice cream may result in pubic hair lice, not recommended for carbon-based life forms.
Get this one out.
Hey, listen, I really am sorry.
Speak only when spoken to.
Now let's talk about performances. It's always hard to fault a cast that's working with little to no script. There are 0 likable characters, even a veteran like Sandal Bergman, who was able to elevate other stinkers like Hell Comes to Frogtown. In She, Sandal seems to be nothing more than eye candy. If anything, I just felt kind of sad for her. Other quirky side characters could have been endearing, but are mostly just annoying.
You are a superior specimen. I might try some breeding experiments with you.
I really felt like if somebody really tried to do something weird with their character, it would have elevated this film more. I give performances a 4 out of 10. Not so great. As far as Incompetence goes, obviously the script was a colossal problem here. When they finally resolve the paper-thin plot at the end, you're rewarded with the least satisfying resolution in storytelling history. Hall and Oates breaks up, and Hall abandons his life banging an actual goddess to go back to farming dirt with his sister. I honestly think the director was an incel who really just got off on torturing and making She as miserable as possible because of some blonde who rejected him in high school. Just saying. The editing was confusing at times. A good quarter of this film could have been cut out. Fight choreography was hilariously lazy. The sets were a mishmash of whatever was on hand. And the costumes looked like someone threw the cast into an old thrift store and then shook it up like a snow globe. Now, unlike the cast, I think the costumes truly elevated the surreal quality of this movie. The most competent aspect is the legit punk rock soundtrack with songs by Rick Wakeman. I hope you like bass. And a closing credit song from Justin Hayward of the Moody Blues. All in all, pretty damned incompetent. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. She, more like
Shit.
And finally, we come to overall fun. I will say the fun ratings were split down the middle with the entire council watching She. With the mix of unlikable characters and the complete lack of story for most of the film, some folks were just annoyed. For me, going back to the analogy of being locked in a car with a madman, that's a ride I will never refuse. She is absolutely gonzo bonkers, and I fucking loved it. Would watch it again, I'd show it to friends. 9.5 for overall fun. A quick review of the scores I gave She. Perfect 10 for What the Fuck. A sad 4 for performances, 7.5 for Incompetence, and a 9.5 for fun, for a final average score of 7.8. So yeah, maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but if your tastes align with my proclivity for what the fuckery, then I highly recommend you watch it for free right now on Dailymotion, link in the description. Thanks for your patience while I get the CCA resituated. Expect to see me and the entire High Council back sometime in July with another absolute crappy banger. Until then, keep filleting those ghosts.